Alright, looks like we are live again. Hello, hello, hello. I know no one's here right now, but you might be watching from the future. Go ahead and get some music going. Yeah. That should hopefully be good. Not too loud, not too quiet, hopefully. Hard to tell. I know in my yesterday's stream, I definitely had some improper audio balancing. Just hope it's not too loud now. Adjust that just a little bit. There we go. Maybe. Yeah. All right. Yeah, looks like we're all good. Chat's working. Let's just get right into it. I was really struggling trying to figure out what I wanted to do today. Really going back and forth. I had a few ideas, but none of them really panned out. So you know what? I just decided, whatever. I'm just gonna do something a little more casual, a little more fun. I'm just gonna be just drawn whatever. Specifically right now, I happen to feel in the mood to draw just little guys, just little cartoony whatevers. So we'll be doing that. Alright, let's just... And... Whoopah! There we are. Main page. Just this a little bit. Should be all good to go. Alright. Got everything working. What to start with? Let's see. I'm just gonna look around my room and pick something. How about a clock. There's a clock in my room. Let's turn a clock into a little guy. Why not? Clock. Now, what kind of little guy? Let's go with fancy little guy. Why not? He'll be dressed up all nice. Maybe there's an event going on. Who knows? Alright, let me just adjust my windows here real quick. There we go. Okay, I think I got everything in a pretty comfortable spot where I can access what I need and get a good look at the chat and my analytics. Yeah, it's kind of the center. Something close to it at least. I'm gonna go classical clock hand mustache. That's always a fun, safe choice. Make sure one arm's a little longer. Let's clean up. Let's make these hands a little sharper, though. Bit of a stronger point. Yeah, there we go. Something a little more like that. Now, eyes. What to do for eyes? Or what should I do for eyes? Could kind of go old school, connect them all to here. like this. Let's go lidded. Make them look more fancy and done with everything. Something along these lines. Let's give them a bit more of an expression. Your eyebrows. There we go. Now we got something coming along here. I can't forget some dashes. This is a clock after all. Something simple. Yeah, that implies clock a little bit more. Alright, now for the body. Should definitely move on to that a little bit. Immediately, I was thinking bow tie. I'm gonna slap one of those on here. Yeah, one of these little guys. Just round that out a little bit more. And there we go. Sort of. Now for more of the body itself. What to go for? What to go for? Let's see. Thinking of a pose. We're gonna go here. Let's maybe kind of select his head, rotate it back a little, give him a little bit more of a looking down on you sort of look. Real quick, maybe I should check with mouths potentially. Yes, there we go. Because originally the hands were feeling a little bit more like mouth, but now with an actual mouth there, now they're reading a little bit more like mustache, which is what we're going for. He's almost giving a little bit of Cuphead. That should make sense. Maybe he's Clockhead or something. Body, 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 body. Gonna give him a bit of something like this. He's kind of got his chest puffed out, real proud, real snobby type. Yeah, something like that maybe. Bit more of a separation there, obviously. Now shoes. I'm thinking big old feet for some reason. But now, how do you draw shoes? They're usually very underestimated from my experience. I've always had difficulty trying to figure out how to properly convey shoes. They never quite feel right, you know? Their shape or their size is just a little off. You know, they don't feel solid. We're kind of going big, rounded dress shoes. Almost. A little bit more rounded towards the bottom. Yeah, let me try and make sure I keep this guy in frame for any of y'all. Also, this feels a little weird now. There we go, bring that up a little bit more. I don't know why, I've always done that. Small torsos, big ol' arms and legs. That's what I've always leaned towards for some reason. Just feels right. This foot doesn't feel right though. Let's give them two slightly different angles here. This one will be a little bit more facing towards us, more than anything. I guess this one should probably be in front. Yeah, something like this. Well, no, that doesn't feel... Something about that doesn't feel right. Let's redo the bottom of the foot here. Maybe it's a little too soft. Legs are a little inconsistent. Let's just adjust these a little bit. Something like that. I do think we need to bring this foot in a little bit, though. There we go, something like that. And then kind of clean up a little bit of this mess. There we go. Man, who would have thought? Making a clock head, that's not the problem. Making decent shoes? Oof, no, that's a real challenge. Now, what kind of garment is this guy wearing, though? Let's go vest. Button-up white t-shirt with a vest over top. That feels right. Now let's get his arms in first. Figure out his full pose and then go from there. Now, where are his arms coming from? Somewhere around here, I imagine. There we go. And that little visual shorthand for keeping the hands on the sides like that. That's how I've always drawn them. I don't know when I learned that, but I did. At some point. In order to avoid twinning, let's keep this arm down. maybe we'll kind of pose it out a little bit. Give him a little bit more of a unique silhouette. Really push his character shape and size. Whoop. Small selection by accident. Now for the cartoon hand. Hands. Yeah, let's keep going. Might as well feel it out. Puns. I don't know. Doesn't feel quite right. Gonna clear that. There we go. Make this one a little smaller. This one a little bit like this. Make the thumb a little bit bigger. Almost. Ooh, thumb's giving me a bit of trouble. I do believe I need to bring this whole hand down a little bit though. This, I think, needs some serious reworking. Bring that down. This is in a bit of the wrong spot. There we go. And now for the clothes on top of the body. I kind of close this off. How do vests work? Something like this, surely. I'm certain of it. And then some separation for the skin and the shirt underneath. A little bit of a difference there just to help make sure that it's a little more clear that this is clothing. Still these legs. I think I need to change this. This is still bugging me. Buggering me. Can't speak today. I don't know if you can tell, but I didn't get the best sleep last night. Who would have guessed? Alright. I think we then need to bring this one up a little bit more as well. Something like this. There we go. Now, let's see. Let me try flipping this real quick. Get a good look at it. Alright. Good flip, good flip. The bow tie could use a little bit of reworking now in the context of the body. And that's why we flip. I guess a little tip for any other artists out there. Flipping is very important when making your art. Regularly flip in order to check to see if there are any weird inconsistencies or issues that you otherwise wouldn't have noticed because your eyes have gotten used to the drawing as is. I'm going to shrink them down just a little bit. Alright. I won't save them for now. That'll be fine. Alright. Let me check and see how this audio balance is doing. Let me just make sure everything's not too bad. Everything seems fine. Yeah, alright. I am gonna go ahead. I'm checking my live stream up. That's a pretty good thumbnail. For my first live stream, as I assume you guys have already seen, I did make a little thumbnail beforehand. But for this one, because I couldn't really think of what I wanted to make it of, and I didn't really know what was going to end up happening, I ended up just kind of going with whatever, you know? I was like, I'll let it auto-generate whatever random thumbnail it chooses, and maybe after the fact I'll make something a little bit more set. But we'll just have to wait and see. I just move this right over there. Alright. This guy's alright. Let me see, what else should I... That's not bad. Let's go on to the inking process for this guy. Let's position him right about here. That seems good. We'll create a bit of a lineup of characters. Maybe I'll bring them a little further down, just to leave room up top for more people. Now, last stream, I did start using this brush that I hadn't really used too much before in this program that worked quite nicely. Yeah, there we go. This one. Nice little texture to it. Let's see. Whoa, bumped my mic there a little bit. Might be able to... there we go, almost. You see some of these tools to get these initial circles down. Oh. Whoa, that was pretty much perfect. That never happens on the first try like that. I guess this also kind of acts as his nose. Come on, nice straight line. Straight line, there we go. That's more of a straight line. Almost. Oh, there we go. Now for those eyes. Up, up and around, up and around. Oh, almost up and around. That's not too bad. There we go. There we go. Now maybe I'll change up his expression just a little bit. That would make sense. There we go. Play into the raised eyebrow look. Add in just a few dashes to help push the clock look. And now the bow tie. Nice. Alright, body, body, body. One nice, clean, straight line. There we go. Oh, that was pretty good. Got it in one. Nope, not this one though. And now shoes. Ah, something like that. Almost. Oh, there we go. Pretty much. And some little buttons. Let me try to make sure these are a little bit more consistent. Make that a little lower. There we go. And now for the arms, of course. Bring that in. All right. That cleaned up just a bit. It's a nice little extra folds there, the little wrist. What is it? What are they called? Wrist collars? Whatever that equivalent is. bit of a weird angle for this one. There we go. How long have we been going for? Oh, looks like we just passed the half-hour mark. Nice, that's something. Half an hour? We got one person for maybe a couple minutes. Well, more like 40 seconds, but still. Something. I think that's most of the line art for this guy done. Yeah, seems like it. Now we can just delete that. New layer. And how do I want to color this? I think I'm gonna hand color. Go with a pretty neutral brush on a layer below, and I'm gonna start going. But what colors to use? That's the real question. Immediately, I'm thinking a bit of like a slightly desaturated off whitish yellow for the main part of the clock itself. That feels like that fits. Yeah. Well, I don't know. We can get this first color in, and then we can try bucket filling it in with a few different shades until we find one we're happy with. But we'll start with this. Oh, almost. There we go. Alright. Try a little more saturated, a little lighter maybe. Yeah, that's not bad. We'll go for more of like a kind of desaturated, darkish brown. No, that's not quite dark enough. Or I guess, maybe I should go for more of like a kind of golden yellow kind of thing. That works a little better in terms of the context of this being a rich, snobby clock. It's going to be made out of some fancy, rich materials. There we go. Man, I tell you, hand coloring, nothing quite as satisfying, but also time-consuming as hand coloring. There we go. I might be able to use this this same golden hue here for the eyelids. That would make sense. Yeah, that makes sense. And help simplify the color palette, which is nice and easier to digest visually. Ooh, gotta remember to try to stay a little more zoomed out. Now I'm going to do the whites of the eyes, but I'm going to go ahead and set the background to being nothing. And there we go. That way I know I properly filled in what needed to be filled in. Now let's see the rest of the clothes. What to go with? Oh, man. Oh, man, that lack of sleep is really catching up to me. Well, maybe we'll go for a dark gray in the bow tie here. Just so we can see a little bit more of its shape and stuff without being entirely solid black. Buttons on the vest, we can probably reuse this same kind of golden, soft golden color. A little bit of an accent there. Make this a little lighter. Oh, right, the fill bucket tool is a little weird here. I'll just recolor this by hand because it's a small enough area, it won't take long. Go. What to do next? What part of the clothing? Maybe. What's a good accent color to go with a nice gold? What works good for a vest? I might be able to just reuse this white for the undershirt at the very least. There we go. There we go. Something like that. That doesn't look too off. There we go. I'll probably add like a different color for those little bits down there. Along the, what did we say earlier? The wrist collars. I'm sure there's some other name for it that I'm missing. There we go. Feels ripped. But we can go for more of a brown down here on the shoes, I think. Methinks. Oh, there we go. Pants. I think we can maybe carry over the same kind of darkish gray for them. Now just one more thing. What to do for the color of the vest itself? Well, also the hands. Or gloves, maybe. Because gloves feel pretty fitting in this situation. Speaking of which, real quick, I think I should also go back to here. Add a little bit more detail properly to the undershirt. And to our gloves. There we go. Once again, I will go ahead and hide the background. That way I can fill in these gloves. That's pretty fitting. I don't know why these little bumps on the gloves always, at least to me, read glove. And I'm like, what sets this apart from just a hand? Well, I guess it's got the bumps. That makes it a glove. I wonder, is it just Mickey Mouse? or is there previous evidence of other cartoon characters with gloves making little bumps like that? And now for the vest. What should the color of the vest be? What could it be? What should it be? What shouldn't it be? To kind of keep in line with the rest of the colors, I could go with that gold again. But I already did it for the buttons. I feel like it should be something unique. One color that only appears there. Maybe I'll try a couple of things. I could probably go with a darkened, kind of yellowish, orangish kind of color. You'll see. I should stop talking and just do it. Maybe. Yeah, just try not to get into the buttons at all. And with a bigger brush, we can pretty much fill in all this interior space. Yeah, that's not too bad. Kind of fits with the... It's kind of like a transitional brown. Ooh, stretch. Big ol' stretches. Get my legs out. Yeah, okay. Now, what about colored line art? Maybe? I don't know. It's probably fine as is. Gonna go ahead and remake that sketch layer. Make sure I got the right tool selected. And we'll leave that guy off to the side for now. Go ahead and lock down those layers. And maybe I'll come up with another one. Another little guy of some kind. Yeah, let me check on my stream overlays, make sure everything's run properly. Make sure that I've got all this set up right. I guess the random screenshot changes. I guess that makes sense. Alright, what to do next? I'm not sure. Oh, look at that. 46 minutes in. By the time we finish the second character, we'll probably be an hour in. I guess we'll see what happens at that point. Maybe I'll do. I don't know. I'll just start drawing someone different. I'm gonna go with this shape head. This head shape. Sort of something like this. That's what I'm picturing. Alright, go. We can add an ear here, maybe like a big ol' ear. Maybe this guy's got big ol' ears. Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna kind of feel this one out, you know? Just kind of do whatever feels right in the moment randomly. Oh, man. I should go get an energy drink at some point, probably. You know, I might streak twice today. We'll see. I'm tempted. Just because, you know, I'm so interested in streaming. I've been doing it. I've always thought about it, you know? And it feels cool to have just started. Even if, as I'm sure you can tell, or the lack of you can tell, there's not a lot of success here right now, but this is literally my second stream, so it's not that surprising. I do have some ideas. I do want to experiment with various streaming content ideas. I figured starting with art-based streams would be a good choice since, you know, art channel, animations, drawing, it's always what's done best here. But I am tempted to maybe try out more gaming, because I definitely know as far as streaming goes, gaming is really where it's at for 90% of streamers. You know, gaming videos have never really done insanely well on the channel on their own, like up to this point. But maybe streaming is how I make a little bit more success there, you know? Because there's the whole live element, you know, it's kind of like what streaming is all about, is that half of it is whatever activity or thing you're doing or talking about, and the other half is all the engagement between the creator and their audience. so it can really help that stuff along. We'll just have to try it and see. Little spongy, floofy hair. Something like that. Should probably. Nah. The hair's leading too well into the ear there. Feels like it just kind of disappears. Hey, you know, that's funny. Even though it says that I've only had a single person stop in here at any point, the average view duration is going up still. That's a little strange. It's probably something I just don't understand. There we go. Very wide head. And a wide head needs a wide facial expression. This guy's given dubious energy. That's what he's given. But we can add another eye in something like this. There we go. Oof, man. When I really get in the zone of drawing, I realize I forget to blink sometimes. So I end up just sitting here staring up into my screen, eyes watering, and I'm like, God, why am I getting so teary-eyed? It's because I refuse to blink like I need to. That's just insane. Don't do that, by the way. Any other artists out there who may or may not be listening, make sure you blink. Keep your eyes well rested. Maybe buy some of those blue light glasses. I hear they're really convenient and they're really good, especially late night. Obviously, if you're coloring, it's a little bit harder to do, but still. I've also just realized this doesn't make any sense how it is. So the extra hair coming out here feels just a little out of place. There we go. Yeah, something like that. Average view duration still going up. It's funny. We got a little menace on our hands here, if you ask me. A big old long schnoz, I imagine. This guy's a real sniffer. Alright. This guy feels like he's on his way to cause trouble in the worst possible way. Hey, look at that. We had someone pop in for a second there. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm just feeling it out. No, none of this is working. None of that's working. Maybe we keep this guy as is. No, I gotta do something more with him. What to do? What to give him? I will say we can make this guy a little wider, though. I'll give this guy a bit of a line art. Maybe we'll thin it out a little bit, though. A little thicker. There we go. We'll change some things around in the line art here. Make some things feel a little cleaner, a little better. There we go. Now, head shape. Oh, almost had it. Now, head shape. Oh, almost had it. And head shape. Close. And head shape. Oh. And head shape. Oh, almost. And head shape. So close. Head shape. Head shape. Yeah, let's try going the other way. That's even worse. There we go. Just break it down to more lines. Almost. Oh, almost. Come on. There we go. Good enough. Good enough is plenty. Almost. I guess that's today's word of the day. Always good to add a few more wrinkles. Really push an expression. There we go. Looks a little more crazed. What color? Color. Best to get that to work. Let's hide that background again. Get these eyes in first. This feels like the kind of guy that would have have slightly too red of hair. Yeah, something like this shade. This is like a hot Cheeto shade more than anything, which definitely fits this guy's face. Let's just keep pushing it. Oh, roll over the lines there. There we go. Just bit by bit. And voila, a very strange shade of hair. And this guy is definitely just going to be a little too pale. There we go. Gonna be a little awkward getting in all the little spaces with the hair, but that just comes with the territory of hand coloring. Still very fun though. There we go. Oh, almost. Went over the lines there just a little bit. Gotta undo that. Ah, again. Ah, oh. There we go. There we go. This guy looks a lot like a menace. He's probably named Dennis. Cloud Guy and Dennis, quite the pairing. Just a floating head on a clock dude. That sounds about right. Oh, look at that, we passed the hour mark. That's something. Well, there's a cutoff of the music there. That sounds like it's still playing though. I think we're all good. Alright, here. Just staring off into space there. I gotta lock in. Make sure I know what I'm doing. Let me get these panels back. There we go. Interesting do drawings so far. Very, very interesting. Well, let's lock in. Let's lock in with at least one more. You know. See what we can get down with one more at least. We'll go from there. I mean, hell, there's a good chance once I do finish up this stream, I'll probably end up starting up another one. Try something a little different, and we'll see how that goes. Now, what to do? What to do? What to do? Let's try something animal based. We did just a normal guy's crazy face. We did a clock dude. So now an animal feels appropriate. What kind of animal though? What kind of situation? What kind of little guy? Oh yeah, I forgot. I should check in. See what the new current screenshot thumbnail for this live stream is. Oh, come on. Let's load up. Alright, yeah. That seems about right. Alright, let's see. What to do? Let's just start going. Rabbits are fun. We'll do one of them. Alright. Some little fluffy cheek parts, maybe. What's this style of ear from? I feel like I've seen it somewhere, but I'm not sure where. Let's make that a little thicker. It's a little too thin with those other ones. Scale it up. Bill ears, bill ears. Oh, wrong one. I've still got something selected. Transitional fluff. Wow. It's always helpful. Maybe not there. There we go. Oh, wrong flip. Oh, right, I believe... There we go. That took me forever to find out the first time. Now we can erase this up here. And there we go. Something along these lines. And then a big ol' schnoz. Rabbit schnoz. Oh, there we go. Deselecting Incred is always a little funky, a little weird. Because there's a, every time you go to deselect, there's a 50-50 shot that you accidentally just create like a 1 pixel wide selection, and then you're like confused, going back and forth, trying to figure out why it is you can't draw all of a sudden. But after using the program for long enough, you eventually get used to it and kind of just assume that that's always the issue first time around. Ooh, man, I gotta stop smacking my mic. I imagine that doesn't sound very good to you guys. Now, eyes, eyes, eyes. Go with the same kind of eyes again, maybe. Can I connect them there? Put it all around to the side. Some nice, quaint, relaxing music. Let's hope it doesn't get copyrighted. Let's add some eyelashes here. I've seen these kind of bottom eyelashes done before on characters, and they look pretty nice. I like them. Hair and face position does feel a little weird. I should probably resize and reposition this a little bit more. And now I can readjust the face a little bit. Yeah. pretty cute. Let's clean up a few more of these little straggler lines. There we go. Nice. They do look a little shell-shocked, but that's probably just because they saw their friend get caught by the hunter. Or it's a surprise birthday party. Who knows? Either option is equally likely. In this scenario, at least. Now, body-wise, what to do, what to go for? It's hard to say. Yeah, let me check something real quick. We can either go quadruped or whatever the other ped is. Alright, that's just logging. Let me get back focused. Starting off again. Alright. Nah. Maybe Beanbug? Nah. Maybe physiologically accurate pod. Either or, either way, every which way, it all works. Well, let's give you a neck to start, I guess. Maybe she'll just be... Maybe they'll just be sitting here. A little confuzzled. How do I want to do this? Oh, small selection made again. Let's go knees up. Just kind of sitting on the floor. There we go. Big ol' rabbit feet. That makes sense. From every perspective. Alright. Let's get these layers properly merged once again. Let's maybe get them scaled a little bit. Little bean feet, little bean hands. There we go. Gotta make sure I select all of the arm there. And there, select, move, right click, flip horizontally, resize, rescale, reposition, use it as a base. Not even really using hardly any. Well. Something like that. There we go. That makes more sense. Let me get this moved over here slightly. Let me try to make sure I keep the camera in a decent enough spot. I guess that's one big thing I gotta try to work on a little more. Try and make sure I'm keeping the camera somewhere that makes it decent for viewers. But I'll get better at it. It just takes some time. A little peek of his head coming in up there in the top left. Oh, right, forgot. Gotta merge these layers again. And then just a few more lines here. Something like this. I can get away with the same thing here on the hands. Well, keep bringing OBS down on screen by accident. Oh, I had two people come on for just a second then. That was fun. Alright. Let's bring down that opacity and let's get to work on a little bit of some basic line art. Gotta remember, gotta keep it at least somewhat zoomed out. Whoop, there we go. No, almost. There we go. Connect to the neck there. Oof, these ears are gonna be a bit of a pain, I can tell. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll get it in just a couple of goes. Almost. That's not too bad. I gotta clean up that beginning line there, though. Wow. 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 There we are. And can I use that as a base? There we go. Almost. That's better. That's perfect though. And then just try to make the lines feel a little more continuous. Looks like we're getting a little bit more activity in the stream now. That's good to see. A few people popping in. Always takes a bit of time. Makes sense though. I'll finish up this this character and we'll go from there. Funny though. Guess it's not surprising out of all the characters to be drawing. It makes sense that this is the one that people see thumbnails of and are like, oh, you know, maybe I will check this out. There we go. Big ol' eyes. Stop staring at me with them big old eyes. Come on. Work with me here, eyes. Zoom in just a little bit real quick. Just real quick. Get in these eyes. Boom, boom, boom. Huzzah. Go ahead and get these arms in now. Up, almost up, almost up, almost up, almost up, Almost. Well, no, that's good enough. Now around. No, around. No, a little more around. There we go. Now that's around. Added some body and arm lines there. Get some. Let me catch these hands real quick. Now the legs. Oh. Foot. And connect. Pretty much. Around. Oh, around. There we go. Something like that. While we're here, I might as well add in a few extra little bits. Differentiate a little color. Add a little bit more something going on at least. There we go. That's something. And now for the colors. What to go with? We could go with more natural, realistic colors, or go with something a little bit more out there. Well, it's something I do want to try first. Might as well go ahead and do this now. Some yellow eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete that sketch layer. There we go. Then go to some white and add in some nice reflective bits. I'm gonna go pink nose. Pink nose, pink nose. A must in the nose community. I'm sure we can all agree. But fur. Oh, hey! I remember you. Good to see you. How you doing? At this point, just trying to figure out what I'm gonna go with in terms of colors. Just sketching whatever at this point. Colors. So many colors to choose from. That's good. I'm glad to hear. Got any color suggestions for this wee little rabbit here? I really can't decide. Yeah, that's chicken with a red. Maybe yellow. Or maybe even... Ooh, light orange. Let's check that out. Ooh, that could work. That could work quite nice. Yeah, alright. Go ahead and start getting a base in. And we can figure out the specificity of which part should be what. Thank you for the colors. You know, I was never really a fan of orange in the past, but more recently I've really started to come around to it. I don't know why. There's just something about it that I've really started to like as a color. This could be fun. I don't know if I've ever seen an orange rabbit. This will be a first. A good first. Just gotta get all around the little crevices of the eyes. All these little bits. Little pieces. Right along there. Very Cheeto-esque. Maybe this rabbit got into something that they weren't supposed to. They're definitely shocked about something. I don't know why they're shocked, but they're shocked about something. Maybe I'll have to figure out what and draw that too. But first, we gotta get in this orange. Almost there. You know, there's something about hand coloring that it's always been just so satisfying to me. It's slow, you know, and very specific, but it just feels very satisfying. Really scratches an itch. And it is a good way of making sure you don't accidentally skip over any little tiny pieces. Almost there. Okay, there we go. Let's shift around the colors a little bit. Hey, yeah, Ukraine. Love to see it. How does that look? I'm thinking lighter, slightly lighter desaturated orange for all these little patches. Maybe afterwards I can go in and color in the line art too a little bit. Make the transition a little softer. Oh, right, yes, that makes sense. Well, I hope you're doing alright. I hope everything's good where you're at. I know I've heard a lot about what's going on, and I'm sorry about that. Alright, almost there. Just a little bit more. Oop. Just got outside the lines just a little bit there. That's the other thing you gotta worry about with hand coloring. And boom. Alright. Now... oh. Oh. Oh, wait, right. Yeah, wait. Clipping masks are always difficult in this program. I gotta remember how does that work? I think I gotta group layers and then it'll let me do it. Let me double check that just to make sure. Oh yeah, okay. Looks like I do need to group these. Something like this. Oh, I think I've almost got it. Ooh, not quite. Almost. Oh, almost. There we go. I think I gotta move this, maybe. Or I've got to make sure that I group the right layer. Oh yeah, nice, thank you. I also love watching streams late at night. It's the best way that I like going to bed. For me here, it's where I'm at least. It's it's a little before midday. I did not get good sleep last night though, so I'm already feeling just so groggy. Almost. I'm doing something wrong. So close. How? Okay, whatever. I've spent too much time trying to get line art. Here. Oh yeah, by the way, these these are the 3 whatevers that have come out of this stream so far. I think we're gonna add someone else right here. Before I get too caught up on trying to get that clipping mask to work. Ooh, wrong tool. There we go. Now, who to do this time? What to do? What to do? What to do? Gotta like the video. It'll fix everything. We just need everyone to smash the like button, that's all. It'll fix all the problems. What to do, what to do? Maybe I'll do a little wrestler guy. I'm feeling the urge to draw a boxing glove and I have no idea why, so I'm just gonna go for it. There we go. Something like this. I think this is how boxing gloves look. Man, I cannot talk today, no matter what I do. At least in cartoons, this is how boxing gloves look. Big boxing glove, tiny little arm maybe. Now we got something going. But whose body to put it on? Oh, little Among Us. There will be an Among Us eventually, I guarantee you that. Love the suggestion, love the ideas. Let's get this guy. What's this guy gonna be wearing? He's probably doing something like this. Come on, circle, circle. There we go, it's not too bad. Nice good old circle, and then clean it up just a little bit. And then we'll adjust this just the tiniest little bit. Big heads. Very easy trick. If you're trying to draw something that looks really small, give them a big old head. If you're trying to draw someone that's supposed to look real big, give them an itsy bitsy little head. It's a real easy trick to convince the eye of one way or the other. Let's get the legs in. This guy's really going for the pose. And to be honest, this guy doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. Or he really knows what he's doing. There's no in between with this. No in between at all. Ooh, this will be a fun opportunity to draw a foot at a weird angle. It's always fun. Yes, yes, more lines. We will all have lines. There'll be so many lines. Everyone will get a whole batch of lines to go around. I guarantee you that. Now, this leg over here is looking a little strange. Gotta try at least somewhat to keep it consistent. Just the tiniest bit. Oh, now the shoes gotta also be adjusted. It's always just little adjustment after little adjustment. I do also hope that the music is at a decent point now. Yesterday, when I was first trying to stream, it wasn't until afterwards that I realized the music was way too quiet and almost not audible at all. So I've adjusted the levels a little bit. Hope it's better. Alright. Let's see. We're going for this foot. Something like this. Yeah, that works. Oh no. They left me. Oh, they left me here all alone. I have nothing and no one to call my audience, I guess. Oh, bother. Hey, look at that. Just another 9 minutes away from hitting 2-hour mark, man. You know, it's so strange how just having even just a couple of people in a chat are enough to make you go from barely passing 1 hour to screaming past 2. This isn't bad. Got a little bit of hair to our dude's chest here. There we go, something like that. Face-wise, currently we just got a circle, but this guy's definitely giving chinny chin chin vibes. Oh, hey! Thanks for the sub. That's great. The more the merrier. Hope you enjoy your stay. Great having you in chat too. I don't even know if you're still here to hear this. Honestly, YouTube stream statistics, it's really hard to say how reliable they are. But let's see. Alright, we got one arm in, we got some feet going. Let's try and get a bit more of a face going too. I feel like this guy's got his chin out probably. This guy looks like the kind of guy who's gonna be sucking on a toothpick for an entire boxing match and still somehow never lose it. How does that work? I'm gonna kind of go out, bring it back in. Yeah. And then eyes, 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 eyes. He is not a happy man. Not a happy man at all. You need to readjust the whole shape of the head here. It's a little too perfectly round. Kind of go behind just like the edge of the boxing glove here, maybe. Maybe I should try to avoid that. There we go. A bit more expression there. There we go, something like that. Let's try to find a way to add a little bit of gruff here. This guy is not shaven. Not ever. Well, eventually. Alright, back of the head, back of the head. A little more round, a little more round. Ears, ears, of course. That's why I feel a little vacant over here. Now we gotta get to that other arm here in a sec. Make sure we complete this guy's body. Add some wrinkles. Real tired guy. Something like that. And then arms, but of course. Now, how should this arm go? I guess I should start off by placing the hand. I could go the exact opposite, do something like that. Or I can maybe put it more here, kind of bring it around like that. That feels pretty good. And I can kind of cover up part of the body here. Alright, boxing glove, boxing glove. Let's try to keep this vaguely consistent. Something along the lines of this shape. You just gotta make sure it stays a little clean. And then it's time for a readjust. We will move that there, move that back, get a better select box. Ooh, I had a little burst of activity there for a little while. But they're gone to the ether now. Oh. Alright, something like that. Yeah, that seems about right. Maybe a little bigger perspective and all. Alright, let's put it over here, and we'll bring it back once it's time to properly include it in the rest of the body. Now, thumb. Where does that thumb go? He's holding his hand kind of back to the side. His thumb is gonna kind of come like this. There we go. Something like this. And then, yeah, well, no. It's gonna kind of be behind where the glove is. That's what makes the most sense. Now bring this down to just about there. Conveniently, it's going to cover up most of the awkward pose of the arm. How lucky for me. What a complete and utter coincidence. Let's kind of go in and just add a few more hairs to the rest of this. A few more to the legs. Alright. I think we got a good sketch going here. Yeah, this feels about right. We'll kind of rotate him. Oh, why I oughta. Yeah, he fits pretty well there. He's probably the happiest out of all of them that I feel. God, I cannot speak today. Let's just lower your opacity a decent bit. Let's get a good old-fashioned ink brush. And let's get to inking you. I'm gonna ink all over you, bud. Get ready for my ink. Big old ear, big old ear. Smaller ear. Yeah, something like that. It kind of comes up. There's almost like a soft bend in it. Something like that. Jaw comes all the way up and around. And a little bit more square up front here too. There we go. A little more straight. There we go. Currently no eyebrows. Might have to change that later. I mean, hey. If you're in the chat, you can let me know. Tell me what you think. Eyebrows? No eyebrows. So let's loop under around here. And then the same thing over here. I mean, hey, wow, I'm starting to get some decent activity there. Wow, yeah, and I've already passed 2 hours. Nice, that feels good. Maybe we'll hit a higher peak. Oh, hey. See you down there. Welcome. Welcome to the chat. Yes, I too am a big lover of very cartoony art. It is my go-to, my favorite to make. I hope you stick around. I hope you enjoy your time here. Currently making this random little wrestler guy. Feeling pretty good about him so far. Oof, keep accidentally swapping that mode on. I don't even know what that is. You know, Crit is not bad. It's completely free, which is nice, but it's definitely got a few bugs that really get in the way. Oh no. I can't even zoom anymore. Come on, Critta, you can do it. You're still working. There we go, there we go. Whew, got worried for a sec. Let's just bring that hairy leg down there. And there. Nice. What? These are probably some of the best cartoon feet that I've made. They're so simple, but I've always struggled with doing cartoony feet and shoes. I don't know why, they just never quite sit right. But these ones, not too bad. Too bad. I hope the music's at a good level. I've been working to try to keep it at a decent, comfortable volume. Last time I streamed, I thought the music was good, but it was basically inaudible the entire time. I just gotta... There we go. Oh, looks pretty good. Just curve that around. Soft-ish, hard-ish edge, and boom. Alright. Conveniently covered over arm by big-ass boxing glove. Biggest U-neck you've ever seen in your life, I guarantee you that. And now for the other arm, because I almost forgot it. Bring that up. Nope. Oh, there we go. Oof. Nice. There's something about the size and shape of boxing gloves that's just so nice to draw, you know? It's kind of weird. Maybe it's because it's the knowledge that you're telling yourself that, oh, you're drawing a hand and you're drawing it well, but it's like the easiest version of a hand to draw. Because it's not really a hand. At least for me, it feels like that's probably part of it. Ooh, almost. There we go. That looks pretty good. And some nice little arm hairs. Oh right, I almost forgot. Leg hairs. Just a couple of them. There we go. Now for the other glove. This one over here is very simple, but for some reason, something about its posing makes me feel very satisfied with this drawing. What? There we go. Almost. I just need to clean up this edge here. Make them look like one seamless line. And trick everyone into thinking I can draw a perfect whatever this shape is. And almost. This is always the most difficult part. Trying to get a nice, clean, consistent line to bridge two gaps. There we go. And now for the thumb. Big ol' thumb action here. Alright, Well, looks like that's it for the line art there. That's not too bad. It's looking pretty good. Yeah. Oh, almost forgot. A little bit of arm hair showing through. Oh, and keep these lines connected. Kind of forgot about these guys that we already got here done. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this sketch layer. And now let's figure out some colors. And also switch over to a better coloring based brush. I feel like the boxing gloves, they gotta be red. It's always the go-to for boxing gloves, at least in my mind. Come on, just boxing gloves, always red, no matter what. I can't think of any other color. At least not initially. There we go. Ha 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 ha. Oof. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Hand coloring, mwah, so fun, so satisfying, and also just so time consuming. Really not justifiable unless you're in a situation like this where you're just kind of drawing for fun. Alright, there we go. What else? Well, I have this red selected. Maybe... I'm almost wondering if I should make the, make his little shoes match his boxing gloves, you know, make it feel like a full-on fit of some sort. But that might be a little too much. We'll start off with we'll go ahead and get his eyes while we're here. In the meantime, turn off that background so I can more easily see what I'm coloring with solid white. And then just get these real quick. There we go. Well, I guess now we know why this rabbit over here is real nervous, because it's about to get socked in the face. Alright. Now let's go with body tone. What kind of vibe are we getting from this guy? It's hard to say. Yeah, that feels about right. That feels real wrestler-y. Maybe a little lighter, a little more saturation. There we go. This guy's coming together. Definitely gonna need to go back and add some good old reflections over his big old bald head. That'll really add some pop to him. Just right there, just like that. And those little crevices with the color. There we go. I gotta get these corners too. There's the one consistent annoyance with having to color by hand, is that having to constantly change the size of your brush in order to get all the little bits that you might miss can really add up after a while. And now that I think about it, I probably should have given this guy some pants. I don't know, it's too late now. Donald ducking it. I can respect that, to an extent. Music feels pretty fitting for this guy, though. To an extent, at least. Kind of wrestler-y. Cigarettes. Mostly got kind of just like a off-white, and then some proper yellow at the end. That's probably the right orientation. Gonna hope so and move on. Alright, also imagining white ends here for the shoes. And there, you know, let's test it. Let's see what these shoes look like with their matching red. We'll go from there, see if it feels like it's too much. That's not too bad. Maybe I can test it. See what people say. That's a little weird. Oh, right. Yes, I forgot. Eraser selected. That's also not too bad. Let's try a bit of a brown. That might be good. A little darker. A little less saturated. Any opinions in the chat? What color do you think works best for the shoes? A little undecisive. I go something real different. Nah, too contrasty. Maybe we stick with the red. Yeah, sure. That works enough. Feels kind of video gamey. Now shirt. It's got kind of this sleeveless look. Usually I always associate that with like a really desaturated kind of dirty white. Oh yeah, pretty much. They're almost there. I am thinking about maybe coloring this. No, it's too skin toned. Yeah, maybe this. Just one last splash of color on this guy's shirt. Just a little bit more. And almost. And you are correct now. We are all colored. All these little guys are done. Geez, quite the collection. We got Uptight Clock Man. We got Menacing Ginger. We got Golden Rabbit. And we got Smokin' Donald Ducking It Boxer. Quite the assortment of the Estranged Bunch. These are going to be the next hits, like Friends, whatever. I don't know. A couple of them. The Sillies. That's a pretty fun name. These guys are. These guys are indeed silly. These guys look like they'd get up to some serious shenanigans, if you know what I mean. Quite the lineup. You know, I didn't realize it at first, but I kind of accidentally created a little scene here. We've got a little rabbit sitting there confused and worried because some small boxer guy is about to smack him in the face. We got a claw guy who's just confused why he's doing it, and then we got a floating ginger who's just very pleased at the violence that's about to unfold in front of him. It's quite the scene. Unintentional, but it's there. Let me see. Oh, wow, we're going for 2 hours, 15 minutes. Not bad. Man, time really flies when you actually got people to talk to. Now, I might be able to squeeze one more person up here in the top corner. I might as well. Gotta get one more gang to the bunch. One little guy. Maybe someone who can fly or something. Build off of the whole scene idea that's been going on already. Let's see. Pencil area. Which layer was this? I make sure I'm not drawn on one that already exists. Is it none? Oh, there we go. Okay. What to do? Oh, hey, new guy in chat. Hey. Welcome. Welcome to a stream filled with random little guys. He's about to start figuring out what the next little guy was going to be. I'm not quite sure yet. But we're going to figure it out. It is going to be something. Maybe someone who can fit up here. Some little... We don't really have any real small little creatures. Maybe I'll do something like that. Something a little more... Dragon Ball Z? I imagine so. I haven't gotten around to watching it too much, but I really should. I only hear good things. Oh, see, it's, I mean, I guess, technically, I mean, these aren't really based off of anything, but they're not, like, pre-existing. I'm pretty much just doing whatever, drawing random shapes, putting down the first thing that comes to mind and working through it. I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe I will turn these into full-on characters someday. But currently, just random thoughts that bob into my head. And now it's time to figure out the next one. Currently, I'm not quite sure what this next one's going to be, but I'm going to figure it out. Also, hey, look at that. From the looks of it, if this is accurate, 4 concurrent viewers? No, 3, 4. Either way, hey, more people here than I've had so far in my previous couple of streams. And right you are. We're going to get another little guy going. But what? Who? What? What to go with? We'll go kind of little Kirby style. Little flying ball creature. Give him some little feetsies popping out of the bottom here. Maybe... Woohoo! Well, thank you. It is much appreciated. I'm glad people are actually showing up. It's great to see. It's a lot of fun. This is currently my second stream ever, really. Had my first one yesterday, and it's been a blast so far. Trying out a couple of different things. I'm hoping to get a schedule going at some point. Ooh, shark. I like that idea. This guy could be like a little shark guy. Capture some of that Jeff energy, being just a little nugget of a nuisance. Ooh, I've got an idea. Maybe we get rid of the feet and we go with something a little bit more like this. Oh, once my pen starts drawing again. There we go. There we go. This will be the ball shark. And he will be a menace to the skies and anyone who happens to pass him by. Go big ol' mouth. You'll be 90% mouth. And we'll open up the head over here. Little beady eyes. Yeah. Yeah. We got something coming here. Some good old teethers. There we go. Now we got something cooking. Got a fin coming out somewhere over here. There we go. Thank you. I agree. This will be the most adorable killer in the world. I guarantee you that. I will work to make sure that that stays the case. Tail. A little bit of something coming out right over here. How do shark tails look? Something like this. Yeah, there we go. Keep some of those lines there. Jeff's got nothing on this guy. I can tell you that much. Alright, not bad. Scale him up just a little bit. Ooh, tongue. He needs to be able to taste his victims. That is a must. There we go. Let's just clean that curve up a little bit. Alright, what else? Maybe we should add... Maybe he's got a couple of patterns. Just a few other colors kind of mixed in there. Oh, we can go kind of dog-like and give him a nice big old spot around his eye. That could be cute. Work that a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right. I think that's good for the sketch. It's pretty good. Resize him, readjust his position a little bit. We'll bring him right over here. He's gonna eat that floating head. He can be the only flying creature here. That's his claim to fame. And now, I think we can move on to some line art. Make the lines a little thinner. Purple shark? Yeah, that's a good one. It'll help him stand out from the colors so far. We got some reds, we got a little bit of brown, yellows. A nice purple will really help pop. All right. Well, maybe that's a little too thin. There we go. Maybe that's a little too thick. A little too thin again, just a little bigger. There we go. And now, there we are for that. Hey, maintaining 3 concurrent viewers, nice. Woohoo, celebration. Oh, yes, this is Krita. I've thought about getting Clip Studio Paint a few times in the past, but I've just kind of stuck with Krita because I've used it enough to kind of get used to some of its quirks. Pretty useful program, though. Oh yeah, I can feel that. I'd say like 90% of my art I usually do on Procreate on my iPad with my Apple Pencil, and that feels pretty good. Oh, really interesting. I think I've heard of those ones. Those are some classics. Yeah, I've been trying to get better at PC-based drawing, since, at least for my animations, I like to do them all on my computer. So I gotta be able to translate my iPad drawing skills over to that. That, and it's a lot easier just to stream through a computer-based program than trying to figure out how to stream on computer with an iPad. Oh, really? That's impressive. I've seen some insane like works of art that people are able to make with just their finger. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember I had my first drawing tablet I had for quite a while, and then just this last holiday season, got a brand new display one, and I've been so excited to use it. One of the big reasons why I decided to start streaming. Yeah, it's great. It's so fun hearing about all the different kind of programs that other artists use. It's great being able to see just how many other people there are out there using all these different resources and finding ways to make their own art and share it with the world. As far as animations go, primarily I like to use I believe it's called Tahoma 2D. It's the 2D program that was based off of OpenToons, which is a slightly different 2D animation software. They're both completely free, which is really nice. They do have their issues, but as far as animation goes, great for PC work. When it comes to animation on the iPad, my go-to recommendation would definitely be ToonSquid. Oh, I see. So yeah, you've definitely had a lot of time to get good at drawing with your finger, I imagine. And it's always such a pain whenever phones break. I'm always so paranoid that something's gonna happen to mine. I do have a funny story about the last time I broke my phone. It was so embarrassing. I was getting out of some carnival ride forever ago, and I think someone had dropped their phone, so I bent over to just pick it up for them, just get it for them, and in doing so, I folded over and had completely bent my phone in half. Just completely snapped it. It was insane. but hilarious. And sad. And this guy's coming along real easily. Definitely gotta say, best of the bunch. By a mile. And then the tongue, and voila. I think that's it for him. Well, for the liner at least. It fits in pretty well. I'm liking this little roster. This guy's definitely the best. I might have to make a sticker of this guy. Slap it on everything I got. Oh, interesting. Okay. I think some of those sound new to me. I'll have to check those out. I love keeping my finger on the pulse of new art programs and all the different tools that people are using. Now, if I do recall, we were talking about making this guy purple earlier, so I'm definitely going to be doing that. Interesting. Alright. Well, I hope you're able to somehow get some of that backed up stuff. I can definitely relate to the whole motivation issue. That's definitely a hard one to try to get yourself into the habit of. I've always kind of gone back and forth with different styles of animation. Yeah, it's all about finding what works for you and what feels best. Alright, purple. What kind of shade of purple are we going for? Something a little lighter. Maybe something a little darker, a little less saturated, almost kind of velvety. Oh yeah. Animation can really take up some time. It is quite the process, quite the commitment. Alright, I'll start filling this guy in with this current shade of purple, and then once we kind of get a full solid base fill, then we can start adjusting as needed until we find a nice shade that we're happy with. Just gotta work my way all around all the little bits and pieces of this guy. Oh, a little too much. There we go. Just gotta make sure I don't miss any small little pixel bits here and there. Whoop, whoop, there we go. Get that fin. Get that fin. Fill it in. Almost there. His teeth are going to be a little bit of a hassle, but they shouldn't take that long. It'll probably just be like a white, maybe a slight off-white. Ooh. Missed a few messages there. Oh yeah. I remember back in the day, I used to always watch those old animation memes. In fact, oh god, I don't even know if I want to say this, but I know on my channel, I think some of my earliest animation videos are me trying to do stuff like that. Oh, I cannot watch those videos anymore. I feel like everyone can relate to cringing at your own older videos at some point. That's always cool. Experimenting with different styles is always good. Find what works, what you like, what looks good, all that stuff. Well, let's see, what's a good shade? We'll lean a little bit more, a little there. It's not looking too bad. Yippee, truly. We have one purple shark. I'm thinking for this guy, we'll go darker for his little patchy bits. I think that'll look nice. There we go. I can't believe I've maintained 3 viewers for a while now. It's a miracle. Whoa. I mean, I guess it's hard to look away from such an adorable little purple shark. Who could leave? Who would? Hey, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the channel. Ooh, yeah, smart. I'm definitely gonna try that out. We'll get some, maybe, yeah, here. Let's see, let me get a nice color picker. Let's get some lighter bits in here. Yeah, maybe we'll mix them around. And a few smaller color patches here and there. Then, let's see, where went? There we go. Oh, and you are absolutely right. This guy is giving some serious gremlin energy. There we go. That's what it was missing. A mix of shades. And some more smaller dots. And now the eyes. We'll start off with black. And we'll add some nice, fun highlights. Yes. There we go. And then we'll kind of lean a little more pinkish red almost to get a decent interior mouth color. More saturated. There we go. Here we go. And we'll go a little lighter and a little less saturated for the tongue. That matches pretty well. You can always adjust it later if need be. And let's start with a nice, clean, bright white for these teeth. Purple Shark definitely takes care of his dental hygiene. He's going to the dentist 3 times a year. Minimum. He's got to look good when he's chomping down on people. And then if we just clean up this part just a little bit around there. And voila. I think that's him. I think that's our guy. This is our man. Whew. Oh yes, you know, I'm never one to really praise my own art that much, but I think we can all agree this is my magnum opus. This is the highlight of the entire stream, probably of my entire year, nay, maybe even my entire life. Mwah, Purple Dragon. And he really stands out among this whole page of standouts. Truly a goober. A goobly gobbler. Oh yes, I thank you. We would not have our little goblin gooblier shark man if it were not for you. Oh, look at that, 2:42. We're getting pretty close to hitting the 3-hour mark. Whew, man, that was my goal for this stream. I was really thinking it was going to take more time. Or at least, well, no, of course it was going to take the same amount of time, but I thought it was going to feel like a little more time. Alright, I mean, it's hard to say. We have a couple of small little patches. I might be able to fit someone else in. Let's see. We got another 17 minutes. I think I could do something at that time. But who and what? Who and or what? We do have the little guy. We got all the little guys. All of them here with us. For now and forever. We got Fancy Clock Man. We got Old Pantsless Boxer Guy. We got Disturbed Yellow Rabbit. And we have Floating Severed Gingerhead. And of course, the star of the show, the Little Goblin Purple Shark. All of our guys. All of them. Maybe. What could I do? With 16 more minutes, what could I do? I could throw together another little guy. Maybe someone a little different. But where to put you? I think I can fit someone right along here. Someone that fills this space. Oh yes. The Floating Severed Gingerhead. He seeks only pain and suffering. Ooh, yes, little spiders. I like that. I like that thought process. In fact, I might be able to do those without even needing to sketch. Let's just pull back out that next brush. Where did I put it? Where does that brush go? I can never remember. There we go. Alright, let's make that a little bigger. Let's try a mix of different little spider guys. Little Spider-Man. Spider after spider after spider. Of varying strength and size. Now we really know why this rabbit is getting the short end of the stick in every regard. Get a couple of little guys here. Some slightly bigger guys. The Spiderman. Those with the Spider-Con. Where the Spider-Man climbing all over the walls. And I will not apologize for my non-existent accent because I have no shame left to lose. Surely. Little clumps. Gingerhead's not. He's not looking behind him. If he was, he'd be terrified. Some mega boys coming in over here. Well, yes, the bunny is very disturbed by the spiders and all the spooders and speeders and all the creepy crawlies that exist. Every last one. This is a good, fun way to finish this off. That's more advice to artists out there. You ever don't know what to fill your page with? Infest it with spiders. This one trick will save your art grade. Art teachers hate it. 9 out of 10 artists recommend. Big guy coming over there for your feet, man. Watch out, Clock Dude, whatever your name is. I'm sure someone will name you. I'm not clever enough for that, though. Bunch of tiny little spiders. Big old hunky spider. Real big spider. Well, this one looks more like an ant. Who knows? Maybe an ant is in here pretending to be a spider. Ah, well, I'm glad I can make your OC man, I cannot talk today. Proud. Oof. But yeah, JoJo Bizarre Adventures. I haven't watched that show in a minute, but I do remember really enjoying it when I did watch it. It's popular for a reason. I really should catch up, rewatch it at some point. There's a lot of shows I'm learn more and more about that I'm like, man, I should really go back and rewatch that. I gotta re-entertain myself with all these great shows that I keep forgetting about. Oh, wow. Well, that was totally done on purpose. I definitely knew what I was doing. That was a very intentional art choice that I made very intelligently there. I can assure you that much. Very on purpose. Very much so. Oh, looks like it's just you and me for the end of the stream. This has been pretty good. At the beginning of this stream, I was really worried, Didn't really think many people would show up. I had my first stream yesterday. It went pretty good as far as first streams go, I feel. I actually got a few people to come in and watch. Had some good conversations. It's quite enjoyable. And the beginning of today, I didn't really think, man, not really a lot of people. That's alright. But, yeah, this was fun. At 1 hour, it felt like time was really dragging, but now, time is flying. Interesting. Oh yeah, I definitely know that. I know that feeling of like you got some OC from years and years ago that you've been holding on to, that you just keep updating and changing, that keeps adapting to you, and they almost go through chapters of. It's like your OC grows up with you and ends up going through chapters of its life and changes as time goes on, as you do, and you grow in your interests and opinions and takes change and all that stuff. Man, this is really satisfying. Really, really quite satisfying. Just spider upon spider upon spider. Hello. Looks like someone joined. Welcome to the stream. You're probably very confused on what you walked in on, and I don't blame you. I wouldn't blame anyone for being a little confused. All right. I think that's it. I think that's our Oof, man, I gotta clear my throat. Oh, I've been talking so much these past like 3 hours. I gotta go chug a bottle of water after this. I almost forgot to eat lunch. I think here I might be able to actually real quick. There we go. And here's our little page of goobers. What a show, what a page. This was not what I expected this to end as. That's interesting. Yeah, wow. Man, that's gotta be weird. And I can't imagine like why anyone would want to start arguing over their stream. But man, yeah, this was fun. It was good chat and good keeping up. Yeah. This was a lot of fun. I really didn't at the beginning of the stream I really didn't know what to expect. And now we got this. Of all things. Man. Spiders. They are quite satisfying. Quite satisfying to draw in bundles of. Yeah, you got any names for these guys? My creativity well is really running dry. I'm struggling to think of any names for these little goobers. Whatever they are, they're definitely in some sort of a group together. But I think that's gonna do it for today's stream. This has been a lot of fun. You know, I've been really enjoying doing this. It was great catching up. You know. Great conversation, great back and forth. I got my creative juices flowing. Got 3 hours worth of drawing. This was great. And there's a decent chance that I'll end up drawing more later today or something. Depending on how this stream went, I was really thinking about streaming again later after I take a break and get all caught up. I might do that. I don't know what I'll do then. But yeah, bye. Alright, it looks like... Well, everyone's gone. That makes sense. Well, I don't know, I'm getting two different numbers here. I don't know if anyone is or is. Well, this has been fun. Anyone still watching, or anyone watching this VOD after the fact, I bet it was a bit of a slow start, but we really got going. I hope you enjoyed. Just under the 3-hour mark. Nice. Well, that'll do it. Bye-bye. I guess that works.